audience, have you ever wondered that what had happened in 1645? Well, in 1645, Oliver Cromwell wrote a letter requesting for more soldiers and more weapons. But he added one unusual demand. I beseech you to provide me with a Bible. Now imagine that in the middle of a war, with bloodshed and uncertainty all around, Cromwell's greatest need was not just for weapons, but it's for words. Why? Because books are the weapon of mind. They shape nations more powerfully than cannons or sword ever could. Yet today, in our age of screens and swipe, the quiet life-giving power of book reading is tragically overlooked. Allow me to share a glimpse of my own journey. I'm Simrah, studying class 8 at Al-Jalil Premier School, and I belong to Hyderabad. Today, I'm going to speak on a topic very close to my heart, the overlooked importance of book reading. Like many of my classmates, my life has been filled with school homeworks, assignments, and yes, distraction from televisions and phone. But I still remember that one afternoon when I picked up the book, not because a teacher assigned it to me, but because I was curious. That simple choice changed everything. As I turned the pages, I discovered characters who felt like friends, stories that made me cry, and lessons that shape how I see the world today. That single book taught me empathy, patience, and imagination in a way no lecture ever could. And it made me realize book reading is not just a hobby, it's a way of building ourselves. Books are not merely collections of paper. They are companions when we are lonely, teachers when we are lost, and mirrors when we seek to understand ourselves. Without book, our thinking becomes shallow. With book, our mind gains depth. History proves this again and again. Let's take an example from the life of Albert Einstein. He long before formulating his theory of relativity immersed himself in philosophy and science texts. He once said, imagination mattered more than knowledge, and that imagination was fueled by reading. Similarly, let's take another example from the mountains of Pakistan. A voice for women, Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize winner. She grew up reading books that gave her courage. She reminded the world, one teacher, one child, one book, one pen can change the world. Let us remember our own leaders. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was formed by his reading of law, history, and philosophy. Allama Iqbal, whose poetry still awakens us, was nourished by Persian, Arabic, and Western literature. Books gave them the vision to dream of a nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us not overlook the power of book reading. For in the silence of its pages lies the loudest voice of wisdom. And remember this, a nation that reads is a nation that leads. Thank you so much.